Hi guys, this is Andy Morgan from Total Therapy Birmingham once more, here to talk to you about spontaneity. Now this quite literally just came to me. There is no irony in that. I was trying to think of which video to do and I fancied doing one. And seizing the day, carpe diem, sprung into mind. Now there's been a lot of changes and shifts, there's been a lot of unsettled energies going on. There's been a lot of people on the cusp of change and with things stirring and all sorts of cat's tail in the camera. A lot of things going on, and there are people who are going through these times and worrying and feeling unsettled, feeling uneasy, and then sucking it up, swallowing it down, ignoring it, and then carrying on as normal, carrying on as they did before. But there are others out there who are jumping on the bandwagon and just going with the gut, going with the flow, and seeing what happens. Those of you who sucked it up, shook it off, and carried on as life before, what did you say no to? What did you potentially miss out on? Have you done it before? Does this keep cropping up? We talked before about coincidences and how many times have certain things happened to you? Does the same thing keep happening with jobs, with partners, with when you go out and about to the shops? The same thing keeps happening, or similar things keep happening, the same dreams. Those are hints, those are nudges. And not to be blunt, at some point if you ignore those nudges, you're going to end up with a kick in the teeth. And something serious will happen. Now, again, that sounds very scaremongery, but how many people have you known, or whether you've been one, working themselves to the bone, working themselves to death, and knowing that they should take a break, and their friends tell them they should take a break, and then something forces them to take a break. An accident, an injury, they get fired, they get ill. There are plenty of people who are seriously ill, and to some extent it was their lifestyle that created it. I've known people who very successful but very, very overworked in car crashes, and miraculously no serious injuries, but they had to give up their job, or they had to stop doing their job, and it made them rest, it forced them to rest. So we get a lot of these hints and a lot of these nudges to stop or to change, and there's been a lot of that going around. There's been a lot of big shifts going around. Which is where spontaneity comes in. Now there are big changes, there are little changes, there are simple ones, there are more complicated ones, long-term ones, financial ones, or just wearing a different coloured top, buying a drum. I bought a cajon, cost me about £55, so a fair chunk of money, but I've wanted one for about a year, so I bought one, and I sit on it and I drum, and I just drum away to music. I'm not necessarily amazingly good. Hey, I've only just got it. But it's fun, and I vibe with it, and I get off the drum and another tune starts, and I get back on the drum and I start drumming again. There is actually a clip on my Facebook page for anyone who wants to look it up. Only a short one, but that's probably all I'll subject you to for now. And so it seems like a small thing, but that was a fair chunk of money, and I now have a drum, and the cat's back. But I said yes, I was spontaneous. I just went, yes, why not? And there are times and great things with that, and your inner child likes it for it, of just playing, just doing, just going. Wasn't going to swear. What the hell? Just do it. And see what happens. Just try it with the small stuff, and then upgrade it to the big stuff. You'll thank yourself for the big stuff. The small stuff will be fun. The big stuff will be amazing and life-changing. So I have this bracelet. I just want to share this with you. And it has various phrases. It has both my boys' names on here. But it has various phrases that are meaningful to me. Kyushinde, which is the name of our school, I believe it's Search for the Way of Truth in Japanese. Then a bit of Latin. Memento mori, the first one I have. Remember death. Remember that all things come to an end. Tempus fugit, time flies. Oh yes, it does. But funny enough, the more attention you pay to something, the slower it goes. You can have a moment last for an hour, you can have an hour last for a second. Carpe diem, seize the day. So that's what this one's about. Being spontaneous, making the most of the day, being present. And then memento vivere, yes, I have in here. Remember life. I can't find it. And my last one in here, mea culpa, my fault. So some people take that as a negative, and it's in religious terms, it's seen as a negative. Things are your fault, taking responsibility. In mine, I'd say it's my fault. These videos are my fault, that drum is my fault, the choices I've made in my life are my fault, my responsibility, and no one else's. Even those things that were forced upon me, I still chose. And I've had things very recently that I've not really wanted to do. They've not been where I've wanted to go in life. But I haven't had a huge amount of choice, although I've always had a choice. There's always a choice. I haven't thought I had a choice, and I've accepted it, but then I've made it my own. So I have taken what seems like a bad situation, and I've made it my own. Mea culpa, my fault. And I've learned from it, I've grown from it, I've improved from it, and I will come out stronger at the end of it in a couple of months' time. So, make your life your fault. Remember death. Remember life. Remember that time flies. We are only in this body, on this life for a finite time. And carpe diem, seize the day. What the hell? You only live once. There is one last phrase. People say, if you're going to do something, do it right. Don't do something, do it well. If you're going to do something, do it first. No. If you're going to do something, do it. Don't put exceptions on it. Don't put a level on it. Don't put an expectation on it. You might buy a drum and suck at it. But if you enjoy it, it doesn't matter. I talked in the last videos about people who have something that they'll do all day long. And they may not be any good at it, playing guitar, hell, crosswords, but they enjoy it, they love it, it gives them purpose, it helps them stimulate the brain, it gives them a break from their life. That is all that really matters. Be spontaneous, do it, have fun, buy a drum, why not? Only costs 50 quid. Okay, short one, but significant. I've been Andy Morgan from Total Therapy Birmingham. Be spontaneous. Do something crazy. Run down the road like a chicken. A, see if anyone cares. B, see how you feel for doing it. Some will laugh, some will frown. They don't matter. You ran down the road like a chicken. Then anyone says, have you done anything crazy today? Yes, I ran down the road clucking like a chicken. Why not? I've done it. See you soon.